to Maxi. I want to talk about Maxi a little bit. So one of the arguments you hear with Maxi sometime, or I've heard with Maxi, I shouldn't assume anyone else has been heard too much of these things, but is that, why invest in Maxi? Are you just, if at best, if it's always going to be a 60% premium or 100% premium on HEX or something, is it just this, is it too safe in a way? Like, I always think this argument is funny. Is it too safe to invest in it? Why not, go get another coin that can get you a, 1,000x or whatever it is? Why not buy, take the money and buy Pulse and PulseX when it comes out after the dip, blah, blah, blah. So how would you describe like the sort of ethos of holding Maxi, and why is it a good idea? Like, why do you even need to explain why it's a good idea?
I mean, Maxi is pretty brilliant in its simplicity, in that it's just far better to hold Maxi than it is to hold Liquid HEX. If you're holding Liquid HEX, you're getting diluted over time. But with Maxi, you're getting the most amount of yield that you could get on that state. And so it's, it's just, I think Maxi was quite brilliant. It was also quite brilliant because it's very simple for people to understand. That's the one thing that's got me a little bit kind of, not worried or concerned, more just kind of like intrigued as to what will happen, is that the new tokens, base and team, and also all of the ICOSA stuff, is really adding a level of complexity to something that already people find hard to understand. And so I'll be interested to see how that affects the market, like whether people, how people play it and how people understand it. But no, I love Maxi. I think it's fantastic. Like, to me, it's at a premium now, and I would differentiate the premium between it and HEX, and it and its worth, because its worth is the HEX in it plus whatever yield that it's earned plus whatever hedron it's accruing every day, and that's why. I mean, it's much more of a premium over that kind of price, but that makes sense to me, and it also makes sense to me that towards the end of the stake, that will come down until it's worth what it's worth. You know what I mean? Like, so it might be in a premium now, and it might stay for the whole length of time, or until year 13 or something like that. I don't know, but at the end of the stake, it will come down to be its correct valuation,
or go up to its correct valuation.
Or go up to its correct valuation if it's below it. I don't think it'll be, but it doesn't seem like it'll ever be below its valuation. It seems like there's not too many Maxi holders, and the people who are holding know exactly its worth, and they're holding it. They're not selling it.
Well, how do you value something? How do you value the play on a 5555 stake? It's just one of those things that just, when I think about it, I have no idea how to calculate it. I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be, I totally believe in HEX's price for the foreseeable future, or the unforeseeable future, I guess, too.
Yeah.
But how do you even start to, evaluate something like that?
Yeah, I think maybe the cost, I mean, there's a number of ways, but the cost, what it would cost you to get into that same position today, maybe.
Well, of course, the gas savings is a given as well. But who knows what the gas price is going to be then? On Ethereum, and then we get it on Pulse. I mean, there's just so many good things going on with it. Just one of those things. I think Maxi for me, is the hardest one to evaluate what it should be worth and what it will be worth. But I'm so glad it exists. I mean, it is Dip Catcher, Gold Key, all the folks have done a great job on it. So always fun to talk about what Maxi is going to be doing, because it seems like there's all these things that just keep pulling its in for years and years and years to in our best interest as well.
I think what they're doing is pretty bullish for Maxi. I think the team and the base tokens are going to be bullish for Maxi, especially if people burn Maxi.
That's what I want to ask. To get team. How do you think team and base and things like that? How does that play into Maxi and things?
Look, it's very, very hard for me to burn any Maxi, especially when I'll be losing part of that value probably, because the way they've structured it is, what is it? I forget what the 20% and the 30% go to, but then 50% are going for are going to them. that we have kind of any expectations about. But the thing is that people who burn that Maxi means all of the other hot Maxi holders, what they're holding will increase in value because other people are burning their Maxi. So it'll increase your share. So there's a really strong argument to not burn any Maxi and just hold it.
Don't you like there's a really good strong argument for that?
Yeah, I do.
So on that point, like how will you get people to get the new token when they don't want to release this one?
Well, I think you're kind of investing in the team, like in Gold Key and Tadano and Dipcatcher, and because like there's no promises obviously, but if you hold team, that probably means you'll be getting some sort of payout for future things that they develop. And we don't know what they're going to develop. Maybe they don't even know what they're going to develop. Probably they don't even know what they're going to develop. In terms of base, I don't think it will be as valuable as Maxi, but I can see it being better than just holding liquid HEX. And therefore, I think it will have a smaller premium than Maxi. It's also kind of like, it's interesting. Like one of the other things about, like one of the other ways you can make money at the moment is by being a liquidity provider. And all of these things are going to take away the coins that people have been liquidity providing. And so that's also a bit of a pumper mental, because that means that if you do liquidity provide, you'll be getting a bigger share if there's less people liquidity providing. And so it's also a good tactic to go, okay, I'm just going to hold all of this stuff and just going to liquidity provide and assume that other people start FOMOing into all of these different pools, and people are still going to be trading and everything like that. And so there's really is a number of ways to play all of this, like I can see how you wouldn't mint team and you just hold Maxi because your Maxi is going to increase in value. I really like Dipcatcher and Gold Key, and so I would maybe like my thinking has been I'm going to like burn a small amount of Maxi because I just want to support those guys, and I think it's an interesting kind of project and concept, and it's worth a little pump, but I don't think it's like nothing is worth going all in on. Like, oh, I'm going to go all in on this tactic. I think you should really just like play and dabble in a bit each and just see how things play out over time. There's so many choices,
Sorry, did you say you were going to max out your credit card, the bear market, to go all in a Maxi? Is that what I heard? That you did that?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Just kidding.
Not doing the credit card thing anymore. Fuck that.
I don't blame you. They don't have a lot of good rates these days, I'll say, no matter how much money you got. Let's see, Dipcatcher's got a comment. Let me talk to the chat. Very good comments coming from appreciated Alex and Dipcatcher, both filling in, confirming some things, sent some really good comments. Very small premium discount base, pretty sure you do too. Well, there you go. I like it. Always good to have the founders here to say some points.
With Maxi, like you could have put HEX in the contract, and then a couple of weeks later or a few weeks later pulled out 1.5 times what the amount of hexes that you put into it. That was the premium, and now it's up to 1.82 or whatever. So a quick play could also just be if you think the same thing is going to happen with base, maybe not as high a premium, but let's say it's a 20% premium. Just put in and you've got an easy 20%.
Right. Good point. Say hi to chat real quick. Jerry Oaksmith, Alex, never said crypto footsteps. Everyone appreciate it. People been sharing the link. Number go up, so appreciate that. Again, if you're not subbed, Jerry mentioned that I have, let's see, there's 63 more to go. If you'd like to give me the 1K today, that would be cool. Totally unexpected, but that would be cool. If you would like to sub, if you're not already subbed, and if you're already subbed, then tell a friend who isn't subbed. You can do that. Strategy. We can talk about strategies on that part, but that's way less interesting than Maxi. It's hard to evaluate TeamView. Oh, you're killing me, Dipcatcher. I can't evaluate Maxi, and now you're saying team is going to be even harder. maybe I just keep buying and holding. You know, if I were to buy and hold, I wonder if that would be the shortcut to all this. How do you price the lifetime earning base plus contracts? No expectations, but other contracts people may build that pay team. Very interesting. You heard it here.
Yeah. So it's kind of like investing in really smart guys.